Well, hey there guys, Steve here from Coils and Coins Detecting, and welcome to another video. Guess what? We're back on the fields again. The lovely old fields that were once an orchard and a berry farm, where we found lots of 1800s coins and relics. So we're back out today. Hopefully find a bit more. We'll work the same areas, just go a bit slower. Same settings with the Manticore, 18 sensitivity, 3 recovery speed. And we'll just keep working our way across this hill and down on the other spots where we've found old stuff before. So yeah, if this is the first time you've watched one of these videos, hopefully you get something out of it and enjoy the video. If you do, please like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get on with the hunt. Hopefully we can find some cool stuff. I'll show you the first good target. Well, I got a fairly patchy signal, didn't think it would be much of interest, so I didn't bother filming a live dig, but I've got this. Now, when I first pulled it out of the ground, I thought, oh yeah, it's a bit of tat. It's something for something, who knows what. But the more I look at it, the more I think it's a letter Y. So there's 3 pins on the back where it would have been attached to something, and it definitely looks like a Y. So that does make sense in the context of where I am. But there were a lot of horses and carts around this area back in the day, so maybe it was attached to the side of one of those. But that is pretty cool. Not a bad first find. Bit of a lower target here. Mid-30s, but doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, maybe a 40. Who knows what it might be. Could be a button or something like that. It does sound a little bigger than a button. And there really aren't any old coins that ring up that low, so it's not likely to be a coin or anything. Well, we're right on it, so that's good. That's the first one of these I found here. That's a bullet. It's folded over, so maybe that's a blank. I'm not sure. Interesting shape. It's quite light as well. I'm not an ammunition expert, so if you know why that's folded over like that, I'd be interested to know. Is it a blank or is it a particular type of projectile or something? But it's got doesn't have a projectile by the look of it. So I'm saying a blank. Okay, cool. That was about a 38. Let's get going. So my first nice, obvious target. It's an 80, 81, 82. Right on the non-ferrous line. So I'm expecting some kind of coin. Probably a penny. It's about here somewhere. Let's see what we got. They tend to ring up pretty clearly, the coins, although there have been some signals that haven't been quite as clear, and you'd expect that from time to time. It's usually when there's more than one coin, or obviously there's iron in the hole with the coin. That's the other time. It sounds a bit patchy. Let's see. Okay, it's right there. Not far away. I reckon if we get a coin out of this, most likely. Something round, not a coin. It's that. Well, no wonder it sounded like a coin. I wonder what that is. Let's give it a bit of a brush up and show you what it is. Okay, so that is a pencil sharpener. What a strange thing to find out here. Yep, definitely a pencil sharpener. The blade was there. There's the hole for the pencil to go into. And you can see there it's got a recess for the pencil, which tapers down to a point. What an interesting thing to find here. Has got something written on it. British something. British made. I believe it says British made down the bottom. It's an oldie. Alrighty, let's keep looking. We're only a few metres from that pencil sharpener. Got that one. Very clear 80. I wonder if that could be a coin. I wonder if it could be another pencil sharpener, because that's what that sounded like. Well, it wasn't quite that clear, to be fair, but it was an 80. This is a very clean signal. I'm more inclined to think this is a coin than the last one, if I had to guess between the two. But I could well be wrong again, so let's see. And that's the thing, you've just got to dig all of these signals that sound half decent, because on a site like this you just don't know what you're going to find, as I've said lots of times already. There. Somewhere, just there. Oop. Would you look at that? Well, you know what that is. I found another one of those down the hill further. That is a bridle rosette, probably for a Clydesdale. 4 pins on the back to secure into the leather. Likely in the shape of a beer barrel. Or a barrel of some description anyway. Huh, that's cool. It's the second one of those I've found here. Gave off a beautiful signal. That is a sweet relic from this area. Again, quite fitting to the area, so there you go. Not going to miss targets like that, and yet we've missed it. We've been over this hill lots of times already, as I've mentioned before, and there's this target, which was as obvious as day, just sitting right there for me to find, so there'll still be other stuff here. That is awesome find. Let's keep going. Nice obvious mid-tone, quite deep, 49. Just about there somewhere. I'm a little bit annoyed because I left my shovel in the car, and it's a fair way back to the car, so I can't be bothered going to get it. So I'm just going to use my hand digger, which is all I used last few times I was here anyway. The last time I used a shovel, and it was a whole lot easier. But I've got to cart it around, so that's the downside. So we'll just go with the digger today, the hand digger. Oh, look at that. It looks like a coin impression. Very small coin, if it is a coin, and it could be. It could be a... Look at that, guys. It's a coin. I did not expect a coin. It's a 49. That's very low. Well, reasonably low. That's going to probably be an older British coin, I'm going to guess. It's not silver, I don't believe. That's going to be quite old. It could even be a farthing, although they tend to ring up higher than that. So I'm going with halfpenny. All right, enough guessing. I'll give it a clean off. My guess is Britannia, Queen Victoria, halfpenny. Let's see what it is. Okay, so I think my guess was right. It is a Victoria halfpenny. There's Britannia. I believe it's 18, well, I'm going to say 18, oh, I don't know, 54? It looks like a 24, but it wouldn't be 24 because that's too early for Victoria. That's George territory. There's Victoria. It's a bit of a, it's in rough condition, this coin. Looks like a young bunhead to me. I'll subtitle it once I get a chance to clean it properly at home. but I reckon that's a Victoria. It's an 1800s coin, I don't know, 54, 64 maybe, something like that. That's a cool find. That rang up quite low, around 50. Awesome. Let's keep going, see if we can find some more old stuff like this. Now this has got me intrigued. First of all, it's a really nice signal. Secondly, it's got a couple of marks on the 2D screen. So it's more than one thing, I'm going to say. Look at that. Very similar to a coin spill I found here. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Yep, so not far away there is our target, or a target. Right in the bottom of the hole there, so let's gently dig that, and let's hope that's a coin, because if it is, could well be more of them. What is it? Damn, not a coin. Piece of scrap lead. It's kind of flattened off. That's disappointing. Thought we're onto something then. Here's a lovely little signal. $79. Seems quite shallow though. That could be a coin or something. Haven't had too many good signals in this area so far. But they are spread out over here in this particular part of the field. The targets there've been some absolutely ripping targets. They've been spread out a long way, so it is a challenge to find them. So it's down here somewhere. Right there, and there it is. We'll just dig it out. Looks like a piece of... Oh yeah, that's interesting. It's an interesting piece. Well, it's going to be another piece of horse tack. It's going to be another bridle decoration or similar. Would have gone on the bridle or on the reins somewhere. I've seen these before. Lead, quite heavy, and that's why it rang up so well. I think it's lead anyway. But yeah, another piece of horse tack, which is quite expected for the area that I'm in right now. So they use horses a lot up here on the farm. Cool. Okay, we'll keep going. But that's nice.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all that
A nice signal here. It's about a 70. 3 bars of depth about it. Sounds worth checking. That's right in the bottle top range though. But it's also right in the coin range, so we've got to dig anything that sounds like that, don't we? There's just no option if we want to find them. We've got to dig everything up. It's on the non-ferrous line, it's repeatable, it's in the right target ID range. We've got to dig it. Okay, I'll bring you guys in. Should be here somewhere. Can't see a coin yet, or anything else for that matter. Still down deeper. I wondered why it rang up so at 70s. I thought it was a big old copper. It's fooled me. It's a key escutcheon off an old padlock. Ah, bugger. Well, that's a cool find, but it's not what I was hoping it was. They ring up more like 90 if they're coins because they're solid. That's not solid, obviously. Still a cool find. Tricked me again. Geez, I'm getting tricked a lot today. Ah, well, that's the way it goes. Still cool to find stuff like this. Really nice signal here. Not overly deep, but it's ringing up quite high. I'm going to check that for sure. It's about there somewhere. Still on the search for a second coin today. Can't believe I thought that other target was a big old coin. It was a key escutcheon. It just rang up too low to be a coin of that size. Should have known. But you know, in the heat of the moment you see it and you think, oh, that's what that is, but no. Not a big old coin. Could this be a big old coin? Could be. I can see the edge of it. See that? What is that? It's a relic of some sort. Oh, you're kidding. I'm on a roll with these today. That is another bridal rosette in the shape of a barrel. They ring up so well, you've got to dig them up. Well, my detecting buddy, I'm going to give one of these to him because I think he's given the only one he found away. So I found 3 now, so he's going to get one of these. He can take his pick. I don't mind. That one's the same shape as the other one I found. Probably scrub up quite well. Yet another one. Oh well, that's 3 today. 2 this shape and 1 the more kind of standard shape with the scalloped edge. That is kind of cool. Hopefully I can find some coins because while I'm happy to find these, I wouldn't mind finding a few coins in amongst it. All right, let's keep going. Really loud, 88, 89 there. It's quite shallow though. I don't expect that to be a coin or anything, but we'll dig it anyway. Probably be able to hear this on the top. Yep. It's just there. Wouldn't it be funny if it was another one of those bridal rosettes? Could be. It sounds a bit like one. It's probably a chunk of lead this time though. What have we got? It's a piece of stuff. Well, it would have had a use at some point, at one point in its history. Don't know what that is. Kind of an interesting shape though. No idea. Well, I had this pretty big signal, but there's other things around it. But the Manticore kind of was telling me there's something just there, something big just there that's worth checking. Dug her down and look at this. It's an awesome old buckle. More horse tack. That one's quite decorative. That'll clean up really nice. Really nice. It's got the scalloped edge around the top there. Pin's gone. That's a beauty. Lovely old piece of brass. That should clean up a treat. All right, we'll keep looking around this area. Hopefully there's some coins here amongst the horse tack. We can only hope. Got a little bit of a smudge down deep here at about 70. It's a very small target, so we'll give that a go, because at the moment I'm not really getting many targets. I've moved again from where I was finding all the horse tack back to the bottom of the main hill where I started, so just down lower on the same hill, just to see if I can find anything down here, because I found quite a bit up higher, so you never know. I'm hoping there might be some stuff down here. Ah, look at that. Well, that's pretty incredible, really. Right here in this clod. See that? Cheeky little silver. Finally got another coin, and it's a silver one. It's going to be a threepence. Yep. It's a little George VI wheat threepence. 1942. So that'll be 92.5 percent silver. So yeah, interesting. It was just a little whisper of a target, but when I got on the right angle, it was pretty obvious. It just wasn't immediately obvious. So cool. All right. Well, there is something down this lower end. Not as old, but I'll take it. See if we can score ourselves another couple of these little numbers. Sweet. Well, we're pretty close to heading off. I'm just sort of making my way back towards where I started, back where the car is. I got this one though. Seems like a big target. Yep, bit of. Oh, that looks like a lipstick tube. Oh, I've found some good relics today. Some absolute belters. What's this one? It's got something on a brand name or something on the end of it there. I'll give that a scrub. I don't know. Could be lipstick, could be something else. Let's give that a scrub. See if we can get some information off it. That's kind of cool, I like that. Yet another sneaky 50s target. I'm not holding out a lot of hope, because I've dug probably today, dug 10 or so 50s targets, and only one of them has been anything good, and that was that coin, Queen Victoria halfpenny. So, you know, that's why I'm not all that optimistic, but we'll just keep on going until we find something good. It's just in here. It could be a coin. You just don't know. I moved it. It's small. It's not a coin, it's a piece of... Oh, hang on a minute. It's a little shield-shaped thing, a little pin. I thought it was just a piece of rubbish, but it's actually got that's a shield, so it'll be a pin or something. All right, cool. I'll just give that a little light brush, see if we can work out what it is. That's a pretty cool find. Something a bit different. Just a sec. Okay, so it says something Hobart across the top in that banner. Down the bottom is a year, but it's pretty hard to read. So I'm going to have to get to that later on, clean it up a little bit more, use the loop, see if I can work out what that actually says. But it almost looks like a Carlton symbol in the middle, doesn't it? Carlton Football Club or Carlton Brewery. Don't know. Anyway, I will clean that up. That's a cool little find. We'll see if we can work out what that is. Sweet. Alright guys, well that's going to be the end of the hunt today. Interesting hunt. somewhat frustrating, but still we found some good stuff. Mainly frustrating because I didn't find too many coins, but I did find lots of big targets that we'd missed. So I was expecting to find more coins that we'd missed too. Just didn't turn out that way. I guess they're still there. We'll have to go back and have another crack sometime. But lots of relics today. I don't know what this stuff is, but it's had a purpose. There's a lead ingot of some sort just there. It's kind of shaped. Some horse brass today, and horse decoration. So we've got 2 of the barrel-shaped bridle rosettes. We got the, that's I think brass, this one. That's got the scalloped corners, so that's another piece of bridle decoration. A nice old bit of horse tack here, nice buckle, saddle buckle or similar. The sharpener, which is kind of out of place, but there you go. I think that's a lipstick tube. We've got the ammunition, which I think is a blank. That thing there, which really confused me. I thought that was a big old coin because it was covered in dirt at the time. I couldn't see the keyhole, but should have known better. It was only a 70, not a 90, so there's no way that was going to be a big old George coin. But that's a lock escutcheon, probably a padlock, fairly big one. And just the 2 coins. So we've got a 1942 Australian threepence, that's 92.5 silver. Probably the find of the day would be this Vicky halfpenny. Can't get the year off it just yet, but by the time you see the video, I'll probably have worked it out. It's going to be 1840s or 50s probably, maybe later. And this little shield pin actually got a threaded back on it, so it would have had a piece to thread that onto, but keep it on. But I don't know what it is. There's a date on the bottom. I'll see if I can clean that up and get some information. So a mixed bag. That's a really interesting mixed bag. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. As always, happy hunting out there. Hope you find some cool stuff. We'll see you on the next video. And yeah, just remember, if you haven't subscribed, please do that, because probably only about 30% of people who watch my videos have subscribed. So just helps the channel out if you subscribe and comment also. That'd be great. Throw it a like as well, would be very much appreciated. So there's the old Manticore. The settings are working well. 3 recovery speed. You can still swing reasonably quickly, moderate pace without missing anything. And if it's picking up thrips and little tiny, little tiny badges like that, then we're not going to miss too much, I don't think. So they were, not questionable targets. They were pretty obvious targets once you got the coil over them. So we should find anything else with those settings. All right, guys. All the best. Catch you later. Catch you on the next one. Bye for now.